Hello everyone, my name is Sophie and I am your host for this evening, and to my right we have our expert Luke.
Hi, I'm Luke.
Tonight, what are we doing? We are doing Big W's first ever live shopping event. So we are very, very excited to be here. We're going to be talking through something that is important to all parents, and that is car seats. And Luke is the car seat expert. Whether you're a brand new mum looking for a capsule, or whether you have a growing toddler that needs a booster seat, we have you covered. Now, you could be tuning in from a few different platforms this evening, but we highly suggest that you go through the Big W website so you get the full live experience. There's ways to ask questions. We're going to have polls and surveys, so make sure you jump onto the website so you really get the full experience. So car seats, I know from personal experience, they can be extremely confusing. There are so many on the market. There's different words and forward-facing, rear-facing, ISOFIX. I was just inundated with information the first time looking for a car seat for my now 1-year-old. So what we're doing here tonight is we're making it easier for you. We want to simplify things. We want to pick Luke's brain. We want you to just dive in, let us know how they work, why it's great, why it might be perfect for your family. And yeah, make your life a little bit easier, unlike it was for me at the time.
So I'm here to answer any technical questions you might have, like how to install or operate your child restraint. We want you to leave here today feeling confident that you've chosen the ideal child restraint for your child based on their age and height. And all child restraints sold at Big W are compliant to the Australian standards for child restraints.
There's also going to be awesome savings across all of the car seats. So I'll be noting what they are for sale at now and also how much you'll be saving. So let's use the question box before we rip in. Let us know who we're talking to. What are you looking for? How old is your child? Are you looking for a capsule? Are you looking for a convertible seat? Maybe it's a booster seat. Let us know so we know exactly who we're talking to, and maybe we'll just rip in.
Absolutely.
Well, let's start with product number one. Product number one. So this is a Mother's Choice product, and it is the Mother's Choice Baby Capsule. So this is for 0 to 6 months of age. What I personally love about this is the fact that it's a capsule. Not everybody knows, but a capsule means that your baby can go into it and come out of the car while remaining in it. Did that make sense?
Absolutely.
So that was a real weird, backward way of saying that. But this is actually a configuration that I went and purchased for my first baby. So that is, I think, maybe the key feature that I want to talk to on this one. But do you want to just talk about maybe more of the specifics?
Absolutely. So this is the Mother's Choice capsule. It is rated from 0 to 6 months-ish in age. And it comes out of the car seat, out of the base. And
like
you can
so.
Pop it into your stroller to take baby out with you.
So this is now $199, which is a $100 saving. So good. Something else I think worth noting when you're looking for capsules is just how heavy or light the capsule is. You just took that out extremely easy and you're literally holding it with one arm. You've got to remember you're also putting a baby in there as well. So that is so light, a lot lighter than the capsule I bought. I wish I had known about this one sooner. But yeah, once your baby is in there, and if it's a big one, like both of mine were, this is really, really awesome little attribute. I think something else worth mentioning, it does connect to most strollers. So you can click the baby in and out onto the stroller. And so if they are outside, you've got a great canopy as well for some SPF protection. We have had a question come in. Why would I choose a capsule versus a convertible car seat for a newborn? Luke, do you want to answer that?
Capsules are especially great because you can put them in the pram or the stroller, or if you have other children, you can help wrangle a toddler and keep your baby safe, not having to have them in your arms all the time while you're fighting a toddler.
I think as well, when you're a first-time parent, getting a baby in and out of a car seat can feel a little bit daunting. So knowing that you can actually pull out the capsule with you and take them inside, then get baby out, if you're not super confident, then that's also a great little, that's why I went for a capsule.
And it's always worth noting that if you take your baby inside, it's good to put them into their bassinet rather than keep them in the capsule.
Good point. Okay, is there anything else? Remember guys, we do have a question box, so make sure you're utilising that. But the link is now on the screen, so if you want to know any further information on this one, make sure you click that, and all of the info will be up straight to the Big W website. So like I mentioned, this is now $199, which is a $100 saving. Should we go to product number 2?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Product number 2. So this is a Safe and Sound product. We do have 2 Safe and Sound products, quite different from one another. This is the Maxi Harnessed Car Seat. So this is from 6 months of age to the years of 8. So it is now $269, and that is a $30. Normally, sorry, wrong way around. It's now $269. It is normally $30 more. We'll fix that later. So this is a really great long-term option, I would say. So it's not for newborns. It is a forward-facing car seat, but what is great is that they will remain harnessed until the age of 8. So a lot of car seats only usually get you to around 4 years of age, and then you go into a booster. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, so there's several categories of child restraint. There's 0 to 6 months, like the capsule we just shown. It's 0 to 4, and then there's also 6 months to 8. This is a 6 months to 8 child restraint, and it grows with your baby and keeps them harnessed until they outgrow the child restraint completely. So you never need to convert it to a booster or anything like that. There's very few adjustments you need to make.
And I think noting that the buckle, this is a harness rather than a crossbody.
Correct.
So is that maybe a little more secure than a crossbody harness? Or
So this is a 5-point harness, and it helps distribute the weight evenly across baby.
there you go. So it really does grow with your child from 12 months to 8 years. That's a pretty good investment. Like I mentioned, it is now $269. If you've got any questions, make sure you jump into the box and ask, whether it's about this seat or the last. We don't have Luke forever, so make sure we're picking his brain. Is there anything else worth mentioning about this one?
It does also have 3 crutch buckle heights, so you can adjust it to how tall your baby is. How easy it is to install in my car. It is quite easy to install.
Yeah.
A cool thing about all child restraints on the Australian market is they all have colour-coded seatbelt paths. So you put your seatbelt through here, take all your slack out of the seatbelt, and pop your top tether on. And take all the slack out of that as well. It also has a recline mode, so you can adjust it correctly to your child.
I actually didn't know that these car seats have reclining options, but it's great if you're going to be doing a bit of a drive or heading down the coast, making sure that the child is just that little bit extra more comfortable. All right, that is the Safe and Sound Maxi. Should we go
Beautiful.
to product 3?
Absolutely.
Make sure you keep those questions rolling in, guys. Product number 3 is another Mother's Choice product. Now this is their Nest 2 convertible car seat. So this is for 0 to 4 years of age. So you can put your newborn in here and have them rearward facing up to 12 months, and then you turn them forward facing up to the age of 4. So the price on this one, it is now $149, which is a $50 saving. I think the key message for this one, from me anyway, is just how compact it is. It's an extremely compact car seat, which is really good if you have a small car. It's also really good if you know that you've got other children that need to get in the back with the baby. So, you know, we're not squished like sardines.
Absolutely. So this is a 0 to 4 child restraint. It does rear facing till approximately 12 months of age, and then forward facing till 4 years of age. There's a height marker there to tell you when to turn forwards.
And how do we use that height marker actually?
So when you pop baby in there, when their shoulder reaches that height marker, that's when you turn them forwards. When their shoulder reaches the top marker, that's when you replace the child restraint.
There you go. That's actually a great way to use it.
Yep.
Machine washable.
Machine washable.
So if we have a Poonami, easy breezy, straight into the washing machine.
Yep. And it has 1 rear facing position and 3 forward facing positions. And again, color coded belt paths, so blue for Blue for rear facing, yellow for forward facing.
Now, Luke, we did just get another question come in. When should I transition to a booster seat?
When should you transition to a booster? That's a good question. The legal minimum in Australia is 4 years of age to go into a booster, but I recommend keeping them in a harness as long as you can manage to.
There you go. Okay, any other features worth mentioning on this one? So like I said, it's now $149, which is a $50 saving.
Absolutely. This is a really great car seat, as Sophie said, for compact situations, like if you have other passengers in the back or a tall passenger in the front. It's great.
All right, let's move on. Product number 4. Product number 4 is another Safe and Sound product. This is their Safe Fix 2 ISOFIX car seat. A bit of a mouthful there. So this is 0 to 4 years of age. It is now $229, and it was, that's a saving, I should say, of $90. So, ISOFIX, it's a word that you've probably heard, but you don't really know what it means. I know that happened to me. ISOFIX is about how it connects to your car. So there's 2 ways that a car seat can connect to your car. Mouthful. It's either through a seatbelt, otherwise it's got ISOFIX connectors. Now your car either has that or it doesn't. If it does, I personally love an ISOFIX car seat because it makes it so much easier to get it in and out, and it's just less room for errors, I would say.
It significantly reduces the margin of error.
There you go.
Yep.
So it's rearward facing for 12 months, and then forward. Actually, you can be rearward facing for longer in this one, can't you?
Correct. So this is an extended rear facing child restraint. It's designed to take a child rear facing till approximately 30 months, depending on their size, of course. You can tell it's extended rear facing by it has multiple height markers. So the first height marker is when you can turn baby forwards. The second height marker is when you must turn baby forwards. Again, when their shoulder reaches that height marker.
You move these around like it's so easy when really like we're all in the back sweating and just like trying to get it up. You make it look way too easy. Is there anything else worth mentioning on this one?
Yes, absolutely. One cool feature of this child restraint is it's actually rated for aircraft travel. And if I turn it around, you can see the green stickers. The green stickers indicate aircraft information. So everything's color coded. So you can take this, install it on a plane and not have to hold your baby for hours on end. And you can also put it in your vehicle when you get to the other end, which makes life a lot easier and saves you money with hiring a car seat.
I was going to say, I have so many questions. I don't think I've personally seen that happen, and I'd be nervous taking it on an airplane, but it's totally allowed.
Mm-hmm. I've taken my own car seat on an aeroplane.
Yeah.
And the other cool feature is you get to board the plane first.
Winning. That's what I love about having a newborn in my arms.
Yeah.
So like I said, $229, and that is a $90 saving. Before we jump into the next one, I just do want to, what are we doing now?
Just turning it to rearward facing.
Oh, there you go. This baby sale, guys, is on until the February the 12th. So make sure you either purchase something tonight or get in stores before that date.
Beautiful.
Let's go. Now, the question box, I'm not seeing enough questions. Make sure you get in there and send something through. I know you're thinking something. No question is a silly question. So make sure you're utilising that, especially while we've got Luke here. So product number 5 is an InterSecure product. This is their Advanced Plus Iron Convertible car seat. This is a 0 months to 8 years of age seat. So this is, again, another one that really grows with your child, but it's actually got 3 positions that you can utilise. So it can be rearward facing for up to 12 months. Then you turn it around, it's forward facing up to the age of around 4, and then it converts into a booster seat up to the age of 8. So you're really getting your bang for your buck on this one. It is $199, which is a $300 saving. That's really, really good.
That's great.
What else can you say?
It has 9 recline settings, so 8 settings for forwards, 1 for rear facing, and you change that by pulling the lever at the front, or for rear facing, you turn that wedge around. It is great to have the right recline for your baby because you need to get it right in the car and your particular situation. We need to have them as safe as possible.
So how do you know, sorry to just cut you in there, but how do you know how far they should be reclining?
We want them reclined enough that they're not getting head flop in the car.
Okay, there you go.
It has air cocoon technology, so this shell is full of air, which dampens the inertia if you have an impact. Knock on wood, you don't, of course, but that will reduce the forces exerted on baby in an accident.
And on that topic, I was just going to say, questions come in. How important is rearward facing for the safety of your baby?
Rearward facing is extremely important. When a child is born, the head is 25% of their body weight, and their neck muscles and their vertebrae aren't developed enough for anything really, let alone impacts. So we want to keep them rear as long as possible so that the child restraint supports them and does that job for them.
Perfect.
One last feature I really like about this car seat, which is a bit unknown, is it's actually great for hip dysplasia babies because it is wide and shallow. For children that are in speaker casts or rhino braces like my daughter was, this is exceptionally good for those. It allows you to fit them in properly where a lot of car seats don't.
That's a really, really good fact. All right. I think that is it for this one. Just a reminder, guys, if you are joining from a social media platform, we suggest jumping to the Big W website so you can get the full experience of this live, get involved with the questions and the polls that you'll find on the screen. Shall we move to the sixth and last?
Beautiful.
Sixth and last product. Again, an InfoSecure product. This is their Raptor Plus Iron Range Convertible Booster Seat. So it is somewhat similar to the last one. However, it's not for newborns. It is a forward-facing car seat, but it does grow with your child like the last one. So it is now $149, which is a saving of $190. So it is a car seat that can be forward-facing up to the age of around 4, and then it's turning into a booster seat up to the age of 8. A standout feature for this one, which I think is worth mentioning, is just how tall it is. Are you able to actually increase that?
Absolutely.
It is actually one of the tallest on the market. Now, I seem to have extremely large children, and I know for a fact I'm going to have to look for one of the tallest car seats, probably because of my height and my husband's height, but actually looking for something with a little bit of extra height, just like this one, is going to be perfect for my tall children. What else can you tell us?
So the Raptor also has air cocoon technology. So again, the shell is filled with air, which will compress under force. It converts to booster at 4-ish years of age. So you use it with the harness until they reach the second height marker, and then you use it as a booster seat. With any booster seat on the market, that colour coding comes into effect again. Booster seats are indicated by red markers. And as you can see, it really is that easy to raise it taller or smaller.
Voila.
Easy as that.
A question has come in, and this one is again for you, Luke, is what makes the Raptor Plus different from other booster seats? It's probably the height, right?
It's the height and the air cocoon technology.
Yeah, awesome. So as mentioned, this is a $190 saving on this one. It is now $149. So if there's another question's come in, you beat me to it. At what age should I plan to transition my child to a booster seat?
If you have a child restraint like the Raptor, you should transition them to booster when they reach the turn to booster marker and when they're over 4 years of age.
So is it the age that we should be looking at, or is it really the markers we should be looking at?
It's both, but you need to adhere to the marker.
Okay. See, like I mentioned before, I have large children, and my 12-month-old, who is now 14 months, she is larger than a usual 12-month-old. So when she hit 12 months, she had to go forward-facing because she hit that marker right on 12 months. And now we've got quite a happy baby forward-facing and wanting to choose the music that we're listening to. Okay, that is our sixth and last product. Is there anything else mentioning for this before we wrap up?
I think we're good.
That's it?
Yep.
Guys, if you've got any more questions, we've only got a minute or two left, so please make sure you're using that question box and pick his brain. We've got so many other we've got a lot more options in Big W. This is only 6 of an array available. So if you haven't found something quite right for you, make sure you head in store. As I mentioned, this cost saving is only until February the 12th. But I think that is it from us. If there's no other questions, we might wrap it up. Make sure you stay tuned because this is the first of many more live shopping events that Big W is going to be hosting. And that is it from me.
And please don't hesitate to drop any more comments in the feed and we'll get them answered for you. We hope you leave today feeling confident that you've chosen the appropriate child restraint for your loved one based on their age and height.
And look, if you didn't find the car seat tonight, hopefully you're a little more educated than you were before this. I know that I am.
And don't forget to shop via the links provided.
Good one. Thanks, guys.